Former Colorado Springs police officer, or Colorado police officer, excuse me, is heading to Ferguson tonight. He'll be giving a seminar to Missouri officers, hoping to develop new strategies to reduce the use of force by police.
But he told KRDO News Channel 13's Greg Miller that doesn't mean the force shouldn't exist.
Yeah, James and Heather, this really has become a big discussion across the entire country. Dr. Joel Schults says he does not think police departments are typically overpowered, but he does say there's a perception problem that many parties are guilty of.
It all started as a peaceful prayer vigil, but turned into something much bigger and louder. It's also something one retired police chief says he was not surprised to see, saying police hate is as bad now as it was in the 1960s.
The internet, the post-Rodney King video era, what happens, which is what happened in the Ferguson case, and I'm not an expert in that, but it's an example of the kind of thing that typically happens where an officer takes an action.
Dr. Joe Schults wrote 3 books for police officers after he spent decades as a police chief at Adams State College in Alamosa.
The officers can't talk, the people involved can't talk, the lawyers tell everybody not to talk, the chief can't make any real frank statements because that's the way the investigation goes. It would be true in any investigation.
Schults is only speaking in general strategy. He has not been involved in the Ferguson police tactics, but these sounds and images have struck a new conversation. Whether police departments are overpowered, Schults says no.
That it's very volatile and very, very dangerous. I mean, buildings were burned down, so not everybody was just out for justice.
To restore a trust in law enforcement, he says there has to be a culture change.
We're going to talk about how to communicate differently with the public. We're going to talk about how to identify signs of dangerous aggression very, very early in the contact so officers can deal with it in a more effective way and perhaps derail that more effectively.
Schults left for Missouri this afternoon. He expects to start meeting with those Missouri police officers, especially hopefully in Ferguson on Monday. In the Newsplex, Greg Miller, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thanks so much, Greg.